I don't know how it happened. I'm usually so careful. I guess I forgot to check the label of my beer for GHT. If it wasn't for that guy, I could have ended up with a mouthful of watered down taste. Before you drink a light beer, check the label. If you see GHT, you're not getting a Miller Lite, the light beer that invented light beer.
Merrill, exaggerated gender roles and bad spelling. Is that the formula of the perfect commercial?
You gotta love a woman who picks beer based on spelling. You probably also got her furniture at a place called Classy with a K. I think that's a very weird commercial upon analysis. I mean, if I were to just watch it casually, I would think, but I would still think it's weird that they're using spelling as a selling point for anything, as if anyone knows that that's not actually how light is spelled. I bet you nobody does know that. But
that's not. It's not.
That's how that light is spelled. But okay. I have a feeling they probably wouldn't know that. But I was just also thinking that the whole notion, it's an extremely phallic commercial. The whole notion of he's worried that she's got a mouthful of watered down paste. Yeah. He's going to bring her something stronger. Yeah. It's a very orally fixated kind of a. I don't want to. I'm sure you don't want me to be more specific.
We'll wait for the HBO version. Yeah.
I thought that was fairly weird. He's saving her in that way by giving her a phallic-shaped bottle, right? And I think it's a very peculiar commercial. And then also that she breaks the thing and nobody's worried that there's splinters and shards and stuff all over the floor.
Yeah. The dance scene was next, right?
Yeah. I think it's really interesting. Most beer commercials, in my experience, are targeted at adolescent or immediately post-adolescent boys, men. Mm-hmm. And this, I'm not sure about who. Are they going after a female audience now? Even the light beer commercials that I remember are aimed at men, and this one seems not to be as clearly aimed at men. I mean, it's the man in the end is the controlling figure in the commercial, but the woman is a central role, and I just can't remember a beer commercial like that.
Well, speaking as a man watching that spot, it struck me right away that there's light on her face and there's light on her breasts. Uh-huh. I mean, if you look at the way that they set the commercial where she's kind of leaning back against the thing, she's very vulnerable, and the only two places light are on her face and on her breasts.
That's right.
And so, in a lot of ways, and building on what you were saying too about the the phallic nature of here, take mine. Yeah. It really feeds into that.
Yeah, but she's drinking the beer now, so she's consuming the beer, and I just don't remember women being even that central in beer commercials. They're the most masculine possible commercials in my experience.
I thought it was great.
Okay.
Girl with hot tamales. I don't know. It was a funny Matrix-like Keanu Reeves kind of guy. Slow motion saving her from a terrible, terrible experience. And I thought that was a funny riff. And I think that it grabs your attention, and it actually does what it sets out to do, which is plant those three little letters in your mind. And that's its goal, and it does it beautifully.
When I look at commercials, I mean, two things I always look at it. What's the use of emotion? Because it's so easy to look at things at an intellectual level. What's the emotion and what's the business purpose? And the emotion here seems to be two things. It's fear and what's the other one? It's chivalry or something. It's fear and comfort. Where he's coming in to her rescue. I mean, how do those two work together?
Well, it's. I mean, we also have to pay attention to the fact that it's parody, and it's parodying this whole. This is my testimonial about this horrible thing that almost happened. I mean, it could be a Partnership for a Drug-Free America commercial, ironically, because it's really, because that's what it's playing on. That's exactly what it's playing on.
It comes out of the Terminator. I think that's the movie reference.
Okay, but the whole way her voiceover works, and then we cut to her. And the way she's sitting there at the end, it's really that testimonial, like this horrible thing could have happened to me if that nice man hadn't saved with me. And to me, it's all parody. I mean, it's just, that's what we're used to.
It's completely
Sorry.
insane.
It's an action
No, I don't
movie
mean your
in minutes.
analysis.
No,
I
no,
mean,
I
it would be a
know.
horrible thing that there'd be any difference between the taste of that beer and any other light beer that you'd be drinking.
One of the things that really struck me is how desperate the companies are now for product differentiation, because there's so little that really differentiates their product that they don't even talk about, the beer tastes better or anything. Really, they just talk about the difference in spelling. And so that would,
Microbrews always win taste tests, and the water always wins the sales.
But
Test.
if you're trying to appeal to a 21-year-old, let's say a 21-year-old,
yeah.
right?
Or near.
GHT, what a perfect market distinction.
But
you
the
look at
21-year-olds
whoever's
now
got
don't
that.
know light is spelled L-I-G-H-T. I don't think.
No.
But I don't know if it's right or wrong spelling. It's just, the point of, we're told, what's in milk, GmbH, and what's here, everything's got initials, and so
Yeah.
here's,
That's what they think it is,
that's
probably
the-
GHT. It's what they have in the beer. It's really good. GHT.
It's fear. It's fear of the toxin. And the GHT could stand for anything. Sean, what could GHT stand for?
Get her telephone number.
Merrill?
I thought get her toasted.
Leola?
Girls hate testosterone.
Jim?
You see, I'm going historical. The last episode of Lassie. It's actually Lassie with her paw put GHT into the dirt, meaning get help Timmy. He didn't, and it was the last episode of Lassie.
Girls have testosterone. Coming up next, Colgate Total.